Good morning and welcome to the new edition of Frontiers of Knowledge. Just a couple of days back, North Korea startled the world, amazed it and shocked it by claiming that it had tested a hydrogen bomb. Now the people have been hearing hydrogen bomb and atom bomb. And they know only one thing, that hydrogen bomb is more destructive, more harmful, and definitely more powerful and potent than the atom bomb is. But do they know it's much more difficult to make a thermonuclear bomb, which is a hydrogen bomb, than to make an atom bomb? 9 countries are believed to have developed nuclear weapons, but only 5 countries can claim that they have tested hydrogen bombs, and they are United States, China, Russia, England, and France. The other countries like India, Pakistan, they are content with their nuclear bombs or what they call the atom bombs. Why is it so? Why is it that hydrogen bomb is only capability with the highly advanced countries? What's the difference between the hydrogen bomb and the atom bomb? Apart from the destructive power. Practically all of us know that atom bombs are made by separating atoms of enriched uranium or plutonium, which in normal language we call nuclear fission. And the same process that is used to generate civil nuclear energy for the civilian uses, which practically about 40 countries are doing. Now let's come to understand that there are limited sources of uranium around the world. There are mines only in the 3 countries having more than 2/3 of the global uranium production. Only 3 countries have more than 2/3, that is more than almost 70% of the world uranium production, and those countries are Australia, Canada, and Kazakhstan. So once a country acquires uranium, as India did from Canada, then it starts enriching it, making it a much richer source, because uranium by itself cannot be used as a fuel in nuclear fission. Only 1% of the uranium in its natural state is easily separated by the neutrons. This 1% comprises an isotope called uranium-235, and the remaining 99% has uranium-238. That's also an isotope. But to make a atom bomb, we need uranium-235. So what is the enrichment process? Enrichment is not depositing money with a uranium mine. It's a process that separates isotope 235 from isotope 238. And that process is usually carried out by placing uranium in a gas chamber to convert it into a gas. So what is done then? It is converted into a centrifuge. The key difference between the enriched uranium used by the nuclear power plants for civil uses and the weapon grade uranium is that the uranium for the weapon grade is much more highly enriched. It's called fissile. And that is sufficient. Once you have enriched uranium, you have made it fissile, then you made the hydrogen bomb. But that's a giant leap towards making an atom bomb, but a very small step towards making a hydrogen bomb. These hydrogen bombs are called thermonuclear bombs because they use the uranium fission process from atom bombs for the first stage. And then they replicate solar energy. Now here is the issue. The solar energy is harnessed to convert, or rather to enhance and build up on the process of atom bomb. So it can be called a two-stage manufacture. The first stage to the atom bomb, which about 9 countries are making. And then, to make a hydrogen bomb with the help of sun. The huge energy generated by the sun and other stars, that's created by the nuclear fusion. And in the sun, there are gravitational forces which have the right condition for the fusion. But it's not possible to do so on Earth because they require a huge amount of energy. So atom bombs use the energy from an initial atomic explosion to trigger nuclear fission. So you have a controlled atom bomb explosion, trigger a nuclear fusion, and from that energy you generate a hydrogen bomb. Are you aware, by the way, that the energy released by the nuclear fission is so powerful that it can split apart atoms of the enriched uranium, and the explosion heats hydrogen bomb to a temperature. Wow, the temperature is 100 million degrees Celsius. So that's why with a 100 million degree temperature, the whole world is ready wherever it falls for total annihilation. So atom bomb, after being enriched by the thermonuclear energy or by the sun energy, creates explosions which are 1,000 times bigger than the atom bomb dropped on Hiroshima in the Second World War. So when North Korea said that they have built an atom bomb, there were disputes all around, doubts that they cannot have this much of capability to develop hydrogen bomb. Why is it that the people think that hydrogen bomb cannot be made by North Korea? And normally it's thought that if they could have done it, then India would have done it. But no. Let's first see what are the barriers to making hydrogen bomb. The first is you can have all the technology and expertise to develop a hydrogen bomb. There are 2 major barriers you have to overcome. First, hydrogen isotopes like tritanium that are used on the thermonuclear bombs are never found in nature. It's very, very rare to find tritanium in nature. And titanium is used. So what they do is they create them, synthesize them in specially designed reactors which are not very easy to build and generate tiny amounts of titanium at a time. And these reactors also cannot produce a large quantity. At one time they generate a very small quantity which may not be sufficient. But then slow and steady you can build it. Secondly, hydrogen bomb is like the Tsar bomb. You know what a Tsar bomb is? Tsar bomb is the largest bomb ever dropped. They are too large for the most of the aircraft. They cannot be carried by the ordinary aircraft. And to carry them by a long-range missile is practically impossible. Creating a hydrogen bomb with a capacity to devastate hundreds of Hiroshima at one time is simply not possible to make it so small, to make miniaturize it to that extent that a long-range missile can carry it. That was a doubt. Creating a hydrogen bomb small enough to fit a nuclear warhead, but still capable enough of causing devastation, is extremely, extremely difficult, but it's not impossible. If it was impossible, the elite club of USA, China, France, and UK could not have done it. The only thing is they think that the technology is so advanced, it's so expensive that they cannot do it. So what the experts are saying is that what Korea did was that it did not develop a hydrogen bomb, it built a boosted atom bomb which contains a small amount of hydrogen isotopes that trigger a small fusion reaction, and this fusion reaction boosts the overall power of the atom bomb from the nuclear fission. When North Korea had earlier claimed that it has developed a hydrogen bomb last year in 2016, so everybody thought it's a boosted fission drive. But now you know what has happened is after this test, the scientists have collected seismic data from the explosion streamer, and the data has shown that there has been impact from Norway to Japan. Now this news has been purposely suppressed so that the people do not become panicky. But it has been proved by tests from Norway to Japan, so spanning the whole world practically, there has been impact of that, the seismic impact, underground impact. It's a much bigger than any nuclear test by any country till today. And naturally that leads us to believe that this time North Korea was not telling a lie. It was not a boosted atom bomb, but it was a hydrogen bomb. Second part, about the people saying that why is it that how a small country can do it, how a poor country can do it. People forget that poverty itself is not a hindrance. It's the allocation of resources. And if a dictator like Kim decides to divert the resources of all the state towards building a hydrogen bomb, you can be sure that nothing prohibits him from doing so. And evidently he has done it. He passed the stage of the atom bomb, then developed the titrates, and then made the hydrogen bomb, which he has tested. And the proof is there because of the seismic data collected, which shows that the waves were there, the seismic waves were there, the seismic impact was there, right from Norway in the North Arctic, traversing the whole of Europe, traversing North America, traversing the Caribbean islands, traversing Far East Asia, and reaching up to Japan. So barring the countries south of equator, Australia, New Zealand, Africa for the most part, parts of the Middle East, every seismic conscious country has had some index. It's quite possible that in some countries the reverberations of this impact might have been very less, negligible. But undeniably, the atom bomb, it was not. And it was not a boosted atom bomb. It was a hydrogen bomb. And welcome North Korea to the elite club of the destruction of humanity. The club dedicated to destroy humanity. The club of 5 rogues, USA, Russia, England, France, China. These were the 5 rogues. And here's the 5th rogue nation joining the gallery, joining the infamous 5, and these infamous 6 hold the life of the billions of the people in their hand. Welcome to the club, North China, and thank you.